Let's talk Trump's brilliant Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. I love her. She's fun, bubbly, and she gets the job done, like a human wine spritzer. Betsy is a visionary in the field of education and was the first and only cabinet member to suggest that schools needed guns to prevent grizzly bear attacks. You laugh, but I had to pull my kids out of school when I realized their social studies teacher was a grizzly bear. It's the salmon breath that gave him away. Now, Betsy is the best. That's why I was disgusted to see the mainstream media whip out their claws and try to tear her down.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos was featured on 60 Minutes last night, where she seemed to struggle.
Her interview last night on 60 Minutes was very rough.
She gave a performance that has not received stellar reviews.
Okay, stellar reviews. She got some bad reviews. Whatever. Just like my all-male rebuttal to the vagina monologues, all right? Yeah. People can be mean. You move on. But what really pisses me off is this gotcha journalism that 60 Minutes employs. If you're not familiar, 60 Minutes is a hidden camera prank show where Lesley Stahl, their Ashton Kutcher, ambushes unsuspecting interviewees with a series of meticulously researched questions. Listen to Stahl go for the jugular.
Why have you become, people say, the most hated cabinet secretary?
I'm not so sure how exactly that happened, but I think there are a lot of really powerful forces allied against change.
Does it hurt?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Again, I think I'm more misunderstood than anything.
Yes, exactly. She's misunderstood. Like Dave Matthews lyrics or anything Matt Damon says about women. There are powerful forces out there working against DeVos, like the results of things she's done in the past. Now, people think that just because she rolled back protections on student loans, that she doesn't like students. Or that because she's shifting money from public schools to private, religious, and charter schools, that she doesn't like public education. Wrong! She wants public schools to thrive. That's why she's challenging them with every conceivable obstacle. It's the same reason I hired that grizzly bear to come tutor my kids at home. But now here comes Lesley Stahl totally ambushing Betsy with basic questions about her job. Look.
Do you think that teachers should have guns in the classroom?
That should be an option for states and communities to consider. And I hesitate to think of, like, my first grade teacher, Mrs. Zorhoff. I couldn't ever imagine her.
Right.
Having a gun and being trained in that way.
Oh, damn it, Betsy! Don't bring up an example that totally undercuts your entire argument. What about your second grade teacher, Mrs. Reinholds? That cold-blooded ice queen could drop a gazelle at 200 yards. Look, DeVos is obviously an expert on schools, and she must know everything about public schools, or she would have spent some time in them.
Have you seen the really bad schools? Maybe try to figure out what they're doing?
I have not intentionally visited schools that are underperforming.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should. Yes.
This is worse than I thought. Lesley Stahl isn't just an ambush journalist. She's using Jedi mind tricks. Maybe you should go to the schools. Yes, maybe I should go to the schools. It's a trap, Betsy. The only good time to just repeat something back is when you're chanting at a rally or blindly going along with a marriage. That's it. This interview is obviously a massive failure. It's chaotic, it's falling apart, and nobody wants to be there. It's the public school of interviews. And Betsy knows that the best way to fix a public school is to not fix it and get the hell out of there.